everybody. So today I'm going to read you The Legend of How Bear Lost His Tail. And this book is written in both English and the Oneida language. And the Oneida Nation, Indian Nation, is located up in central New York, which is near Syracuse. So if you ever drive up that way, you might see Oneida Lake. And there is a village of Oneida. So this is all named after the Oneida peoples. So if you ever go up there, it's beautiful. Oneida Lake is gorgeous. I vacationed there since I was a little girl. And so if you get up there, certainly investigate and find out some more things about the Oneida Nation, Indian Nation, excuse me. I want to say thank you to Derek Montroy, who helped me. He sent me this beautiful hardcover book. I never expected it, and a few other things that I'll show you after. And he did try to guide me through saying the main characters in the book correctly, so I hope I do okay. I think I'm old, so I guess the words get stuck in my head, and I think about it too much, so I have practiced, but I'll do my best. How's that? Okay, so this book was written in a collaborative project between the Oneida Nation, Indian Nation, and the Madison's Oneida BOCES. This book is made available through cooperative efforts with the Oneida Language Department. Like many languages around the world, especially the Native American languages, they are in danger of dying out, and people want to preserve them. And also the Abenaki language is being preserved, or they're trying to preserve it. And so I'll talk about that maybe another time, because I just want to read the book right now. So I just want to show you, it's not like your usual kind of book. Looks it right now, but when we open it, it still looks like it usually does. Sorry, the light in here is very harsh sometimes. The Legend of How Bear Lost His Tail. Big tail there. And notice already that it looks a little different than what you usually see. So you're going to be learning another language right now while I'm reading the book. Bear, it looks like this, and it sounds like ogwa. Fox looks like this. It sounds like skanux. Now notice there's a lot of words up here that you may never have seen before, and maybe even some symbols that you might not recognize in that language. All languages aren't written the same, and I think you might already know that. A long time ago, Ogwa had a long, bushy tail. Did you know that? Ogwa was always bragging about his tail. Ogwa loved to show off his tail to all of the other animals, including skanux. Skanux loved to play tricks, and one day he thought he would play a trick on Ogwa. He looks so crafty. So Skanux cut a hole in ice and stacked many fish next to it. What do bears like to eat? I bet that's a clue. It was winter time, and the lake was had frozen. Skanux knew the path Ogwa took by the lake. He persuaded Ogwa to come over and see the fish. It's a funny picture, right? Both Ogwa and Skanux loved to eat fish. Skanux didn't want Ogwa to fish in the spot, and he didn't want Ogwa to eat all the fish. Ogwa asked Skanux to eat Ogwa
asked Skanooks to teach him to catch lots of fish. Okwal promised to do everything Skanooks told him to do, so Skanooks agreed. And what's he fishing with? See what he's fishing with? Skanooks took Okwal to another spot on the lake and cut a hole in the ice. Do you know anybody who ice fishes? My uncle used to do that upstate somewhere. I'm not sure where. So Skanooks told Okwal to put his long tail into the water and sit very still. How cold do you think that water is? If the lake is frozen, how cold is the water? Okwal did what he was told. He didn't move. He didn't think. Skanooks laughed and laughed as he watched Okwal sit for hours, and finally Skanooks got tired and went home. Uh-oh. What happened overnight? Look, there's that picture. There's this one. The next morning, Skanooks went back to the lake to check on Okwal. It had snowed that night. When Skanooks arrived, he saw a mound on the ice covered with snow. The mound was Okwal, who was sleeping. Skanooks laughed again. I wonder how a fox would laugh. I don't know. Quietly, Skanooks snuck up on Okwal and yelled, "Now, Okwal, pull your tail up! Now!" When he heard Skanooks yell, Okwal woke up. Okwal quickly pulled his tail out of the water, and as he pulled and pulled, he heard a loud snap. Okwal turned to look, thinking he had caught lots of fish. Oh, no. Oh. Okwal didn't see any fish or a tail either. The tail of Okwal had frozen in the water and it broke off when he tried to pull it out. Oh, dear. Okwal groaned. Okwal yelled at Skanooks. Okwal was angry that Skanooks had tricked him and that he had lost his tail. Okwal thought how to get even with Skanooks. Skanooks laughed and laughed at Okwal and with his short tail. Okwal got more angry. He started to chase Skanooks, but Skanooks was too fast, and he ran away. To this day, Okwal has a short tail, and he still doesn't like Skanooks. Sometimes one will hear Okwal groaning in the woods. Okwal groans because he remembers how he lost his beautiful bushy tail when Skanooks tricked him. And that's the end. So this book just keeps giving you more and more wonderful things. So on these last end pages, it says, what else do you see in the story? Ojita, Ojetal, it's a claw. Ojilegel. So you can learn at least a little bit of the Oneida language, and maybe share it with somebody. And that's how we preserve languages, and that's how we preserve cultures of other people, is to share it and remember it and love it. And look at this even more, so it kind of helps you. This is how to pronounce things, and about writing. So lots of information in this wonderful, beautiful book. And thank you again. And this is what else I got, which was like awesome. So I'm going to show you how to make a corner house doll. And I got some like little magazines. So very generous, and I'm enjoying it immensely. So I will put up a video how to make a little doll. I'm not sure if we're going to have kits. It was hard to find corn husks. So, but I will show you how to do it. And just before I go, these are some of the wonderful books we have. Some are written in own voice, which means the person is Native American. Most of these here are that. And then there are other ones about some of the Indian nations. We have more. So come visit us at the library. Bye-bye.